Mikel Arteta shifts strategy and prepares a major bid for a special Premier League star. And David Ornstein surprises everyone with a shocking revelation about the Arsenal player considered the best investment of the season. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest news from Arsenal straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Mikel Arteta has reportedly added Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise to Arsenal's transfer wishlist for the summer window. The French youth international is expected to leave Selhurst Park at the end of the season with interest from across the English top flight ramping up for the Premier League star. And Arsenal have been one of the sides regularly linked with a move for Olise, who could be tempted by a move to North London if an offer was to be made. And according to GiveMeSport, Arteta has now added Olise to Arsenal's transfer wishlist for the upcoming window, with a winger high up on what the Gunners are looking for this summer. Lauded as special by former Reading teammate Tom McIntyre, Olise ticks a lot of boxes for what Arsenal are looking for in a wide forward and competition for Bukayo, Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. And with Arteta now adding the 22-year-old to his own wishlist for the summer, there's a good chance that Arsenal could make a move for Olise heading into the transfer window. However, interest from other Premier League clubs could be a major issue for Arsenal this summer, and the Gunners will need to put together quite the package if they're to tempt Olise to the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal might lose out on top Premier League signing to rival clubs. Olise is one of the most entertaining players in the Premier League, with the French youth international simply a joy to watch when given the space and freedom to express himself. Yet for Arsenal, there's a good chance that the North London side could miss out on Olise, with many top Premier League sides all chasing the attacker this summer. The world really is Olise's oyster heading into the transfer window, and the French youngster will have free rein to decide which team he wants to join after a stellar career at Palace. Do you think the signing of Michael Olise would be a good addition to Arsenal? Leave your comment below. Bayern Munich want to sign sensational Arsenal star as Edu sets £38.5 million price tag. The Ukraine international has missed the last 4 Premier League games due to a calf injury. He is an important player for Mikel Arteta, but Arsenal have reportedly named their price to sell him at the end of the season. Arsenal signed Alexander Zenchenko from Manchester City before the start of last season in a £32 million deal. The versatile Ukrainian played a massive part in helping us become title contenders. He was amazing for a large part of last season, and Mikel Arteta views him as one of the leaders at the club. Zenchenko has come under a bit of criticism for some of his performances this season. His defending has been questioned on multiple occasions, and to make things worse, he has been injured for almost a month now. Football transfers have claimed today that Bayern Munich and Newcastle United are both expected to be on the market for a new left-back in the summer, and they are considering Zenchenko. The sensational, 27-year-old will enter the final 2 years of his contract in the summer, and there have been no suggestions about an extension yet. The report claims that Arsenal have set a price tag of £38.5 million for Zenchenko, which suggests Edu and Arteta are open to letting him leave for the right money this summer. Arsenal could cash in on Zenchenko. Arsenal are expected to have a busy summer transfer window, and we may have to raise funds by selling a few of our players. Aaron Ramsdale, Eddie Nketiah, Emile Smith-Rowe and Reiss Nelson could all be shown the door, and there is a chance Alexander Zenchenko is made available for a transfer too. Jakub Kiwior has been phenomenal at left-back over the last few weeks, while Jurrien Timber is close to returning from his injury. Takahiro Tomiyasu can also play there and has done a brilliant job in the past. Arsenal have enough options at left-back now, so it won't surprise us at all if Edu decides to cash in on Zenchenko if a good bid arrives from someone like Bayern Munich in the summer. David Ornstein claims Arsenal are delighted with one thing they did last summer. Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar tied down several key players to long-term contracts, with Ben White and Takahiro Tomiyasu now expected to follow suit. Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard were among the players they gave new contracts to, and both players are thriving this season. However, there was one extension which came as a relief after some uncertainty, as William Saliba committed his future to the club. The centre-back is already one of the best players in the world in his position, and given his age, would have attracted a lot of transfer interest if he did not extend. Arsenal delighted with William Saliba contract extension. In a Q&A session with The Athletic, journalist David Ornstein was asked whether Arsenal should be worried about any potential interest in Saliba, but he confirmed that the new contract he signed in the summer means that the club are relaxed about him. He has only just signed a new long-term contract and I've not heard anything about him wanting to be anywhere else, Ornstein confirmed. If he was ever to become available, I'm sure most/all of the world's biggest clubs would try to sign him. There was strong interest in him from the Premier League and beyond before he put pen to paper on that deal. But he is Arsenal property for the foreseeable future and they will be delighted with that. The centre-back has formed a rock-solid partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes, which is arguably the best in Europe given how strong Arsenal have been defensively in recent weeks. At 22, Saliba is a player with Champions League and international experience under his belt already, and his combination of size, speed and outstanding technique makes him one of the most complete defenders on the planet. If he did not sign his contract, every top team in Europe would have been interested in him, and he is one of Arsenal's most valuable assets. Arteta will therefore be thankful that the club managed to tie him down for the future, and he will hope the Frenchman will stay for years to come to help challenge for more trophies. Arsenal star Ben White has returned to his best form since the winter break and is now performing in a different role to before. Injuries to Alexander Zenchenko and Takahiro Tomiyasu meant that Jakub Kiwior had to step in at left-back, and after initially struggling in an inverted role, Mikel Arteta tweaked his tactics to solve the issue. This saw White change his role at right-back to start tucking into midfield, allowing Kiwior to stay wide, and this has meant both players are now thriving. White's intelligence and tactical versatility have allowed this to happen, and the 26-year-old's presence in the squad is a major advantage for Arteta. Ben White's intelligence is of huge benefit to Arsenal. Speaking on the Handbrake Off podcast, journalist Art de Roche highlighted White as a particularly useful player, given his ability to learn different roles with ease. I remember in his first season at the club, and the All or Nothing documentary was on, and he had a meeting with Carlos Cuesta. He said his biggest strength was his ability to learn, and I think we've seen that every year he's been at the club, he stated of White. Obviously he's made it well known that it is a job to him, but I think he probably lets on a bit more than there actually is with that, because you see he actually does have a personality, and I reckon he does enjoy it quite a bit. He doesn't just do one thing, he's able to go round Saka, he's able to come inside as well. I think having someone as multifunctional as him is a major benefit. In addition to helping support Kiwior's introduction to the team, White has also helped Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. The winger is in some of the best form of his career, and White has supported him on the right in more ways than one. In White's previous role, he would overlap and provide a crossing option for Saka. Now he is inverting, he offers another passing option when Saka cuts inside, whilst also creating more space for him as teams may no longer be able to mark him with three players. White's experience under Marcelo Bielsa has been hailed as a crucial factor in helping him develop into the player he is today, but his ability to learn and adapt quickly makes him a dream player for a manager like Arteta. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.